How does one get rid of negative emotions or deal with negative emotions?
You could say that that the essential spiritual problem is the negative emotions that we carry, the fear, the anger, the depression, paranoia, the jealousy. These emotions are the things that afflict our life. Especially, I like to talk about tearing thoughts, which are a strange phenomenon. Thoughts that turn against you, your own thoughts turn against you. Imagine if your hand, which you use to do all these things, suddenly started hitting you. Every once in a while it started hitting you like that. Wouldn't that be weird? Well, your mind does exactly that. Your mind you use to, sort out your income tax and get to work and all that, suddenly turns against you as you're a loser. You're worthless. You're no good. You don't measure up. This is called a tearing thought. It tears into your own heart. There's no element of the inner world more difficult, intractable, more of a problem for everyone than these tearing thoughts. And so it is a very important thing, is to get rid of these negative emotions. Of course, if somebody is depressed and you say, cheer up, that doesn't exactly help. They probably want to hit you. If you say, calm down, it probably doesn't help. Very difficult to approach emotions directly and say, I should get out of that. I'm depressed, I shouldn't be depressed. Very difficult. So one of the things you can do is work with thoughts. Because under every emotion, negative emotion, there are negative thoughts. If you can find those thoughts underneath it, you can change thoughts much easier than you can change emotions. So there's always a tearing thought or a negative thought under any negative emotion. So in your investigation, meditation, discover what you're saying underneath the negative emotion. And then you have to be able to throw it out. But a thought is easy to deal with, much easier than emotions. That's a little tip in the inner world. But negative emotions last for a very long time. And so you have to be ready to deal with it. Like if somebody came to you and said, well, I cleaned and dusted my house yesterday, and it's dusty again. What would you say to them? You say, well, you fool. Do you expect to dust it once and for all and clean it once and for all and never get dirty again? That's not the way it is in this world. In this world, the house gets dirty every day. You have to clean every day. You have to cook the food every day. You have to take a shower, a bath every day. So every day we have to continually maintain. We don't expect one time, fix it and it goes away. And the same is true of the negative emotions. They come up, you must deal with them. If it arises, you must deal with it. If you deal with it intelligently, it's very good. Anger arises. An unintelligent way to deal with anger is to dump it on everyone around. Yell at the dog, the children, your boss, everything. You make your life a mess. An intelligent way is to go inside with it and go underneath it, see what caused it, get to peace. That's intelligent. But anger arises the next day. You have to deal with it. So it's to be patient and mature and to understand that these things keep arising. As long as they arise, you have to meet them. Don't expect to get over it immediately, but you will gain great power. You'll start to become centered in a different place, in the self, which is the source of joy and peace. And you'll see that these things become the exception and not the rule. And eventually get so established in the self that these things hardly arise at all. So keep you working. Practice and practice and practice and be patient.